City Council will discuss firing policy for the Windcrest Volunteer Fire Department.
I make a motion that we table number 11.
I'm assuming there's a second.
I'll second it.
Of course. Any discussion?
Yes, it's still, I have my point of information, and this was the appropriate action. I'd at least like to do my point of information.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I've already said I can go over it again, but we all heard me very well, and I read it. I can do it again. But the two issues is, one, do I have a right to that information? Since precedence has been set, it's HR information right, but if HR information was briefed, actually it's pretty dirty information on the fire department, and the floodgates have been open. Now, I've read the regulations here, the charter.
Mr. Archuleta, I'm sorry. Actually, I was reminded that apparently a motion to the table is not discussable.
Oh, it's
debatable.
Not debatable.
Debatable.
Right.
I'm not debating.
Okay,
I'm asking for information.
Okay.
I'm not debating anything. So I want to know. I want the list of firemen that have been terminated. I want the letters of termination and any rebuttals. I feel in my position that citizens have asked me for it, and I owe it to them, and I need to make an inquiry. The other question I have is, we say volunteers, but clearly on this form, it says clearly, volunteer fire positions within the city of Windcrest are treated like a paid position. On the cover sheet, it clearly states the city of Windcrest considers the volunteers in the fire department to be employees of the city and treats them as such. And it clearly, and the charter says that the attorney is responsible for reviewing these forms. So I want to know, are the employees? Are the quasi-employees? Do I have a right for this information so citizens know how many firemen have been fired, for the reasons, the rebuttals, and do I have a right for an inquiry? If not, I don't have that right.
Was that a question for Mr. Brown?
Yes. Point of information for the attorney. Mm-hmm.
I need to review that form if it calls volunteer firemen employees of the city. They don't meet the traditional IRS standards, which is the normal standard for employees versus other forms of engagements of services.
Well, sir, in the charter it says clearly that you review these forms.
I'm supposed to review them. That's right, and I don't recall ever seeing that form before. It wasn't sent to me to review, but I'm going to review it based on your suggestion.
It's been around for a lot of years, sir.
In Section 3-03, you can find most of the information you're looking for.
And regarding your other question, you do have access to city records, and whatever records you request, that there's not some confidentiality otherwise about, you have the right to receive those or review those.
Mr. Castillo, could I have those records by next Friday, please?
I'll work with Mr. Castillo to get those to you to see what they're. I don't know what there is.
Are we tabling this to the next meeting, or till June or December? Or?
Table it to June, the third Monday in June.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad you like that.
All right. It's been moved and seconded that this be tabled until June. Was there a year?
Third Monday in June 2018, yes.
2018, okay. June of 20. Moved and seconded that this be tabled until June of 2018, whatever the third Monday is in the month. Any further discussion? I guess there's no discussion. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed?